Hello everybody, Snitch Racer here once again, and welcome to the 5th part in my NASCAR 98 full season challenge series. Just like the previous videos, this will contain 2 races. Similar to the other one too, it'll be one road course and an oval, the road course coming first. This first road course is again, of course, a fantasy road course called Pine Ridge, located in Ashland, Oregon. Now, this is another tough track. These road courses in this game can be quite the challenge, as the AI seems to be very good at the tracks themselves, and they seem to be extra aggressive compared to the ovals. So keeping them behind you when you even have a good amount of pace can be an extreme challenge, which you'll see comes to fruition in this video, because this track is quite difficult. Despite the fact that I found a lot of pace during qualifying, I found it very challenging to keep that pace throughout the race, given the fact that the AI is so aggressive. Now, the second race will be at the Michigan Speedway. This race was not nearly as challenging as the first, but the first half of the race does have quite an interesting battle for the lead, so stay tuned for that. By the way, this does mark about the halfway point in the season, so things are really starting to heat up now. I really have to get my consistency up there if I want to challenge Terry for the championship, but for now, welcome to part 5 in the NASCAR 98 full season challenge.
Good afternoon, I'm Bob Jenkins for EA Sports, coming to you from Ashland, Oregon and Pine Ridge Raceway. We're here today for the inaugural running of the Stormfront 400, which is round 8 of the NASCAR Championship Racing Series. This is a road course featuring change in elevation and tight blind turns. Only drivers with a good sense for this track will finish well on this daunting road course.
Thanks once again, Bob, and daunting is the correct word to use here, honestly. This track is very intimidating due to the sheer amount of speed you sort of have to hold throughout most of the course, apart from a few corners. Now, as my qualifying lap begins, you can see how I've managed to actually figure out a racing line or a fast line around the track that will actually get me a decent time here. The problem is my ability to actually make that consistent in the race is kind of not there. But I'll let you guys just watch what I consider to be my best qualifying lap of the entire season. Enjoy.
Good job. We got the pole.
I got the pole position. Damn, what the fuck? That's like a whole second faster than I had in friggin' the race, or the practice. Damn, son. Yes, that's right. My lap was so shockingly fast that I actually surprised myself there. But yes, that is pole position, and going into this race, I thought, I think I could actually win this thing and at least get in the top 5. Well, without spoiling anything, it's not going to be that easy. But it sure will be entertaining. But here's the rest of the lineup here. We got Rusty Wallace in 2nd, Terry Labonte 3rd, Jeff Bodine in 4th, Jeff Gordon in 5th, Dale Earnhardt 6th, 7th, Bobby Labonte, Bill Elliott in 8th, 9th place, Dale Jarrett, and Ted Musgrave all the way up in 10th. Now, as we take their green flag, the strategy at the very beginning is to try and build a gap. That way we can minimize any sort of mistakes that we may make in the race, because, I mean, it's inevitable. I'm always going to end up making mistakes, but We just want to challenge Mr. Terry Labonte here for the championship. Now, as we enter the hardest corner in the track, I make a mistake right away, giving Terry Labonte the lead and throwing Rusty off the track. But look at that, we have a caution flag about 25 seconds into the race. And trust me, it's not the only caution flag we're going to have in the race today. As we hit fast forward on the caution roulette, we get to the green flag, and just like a lot of caution flags, my car just doesn't have the acceleration as Rusty makes a pass up the left side. I try to hold him off, but it is not enough. Now back to third already, where we remain for about a lap until we meet this dreaded corner again. I simply just can't stay consistent here. Due to its sheer difficulty, I lose so much speed going through. I now have Bobby back on my tail. And yet another mistake happens, making me throw away third place, maybe fourth. You can see Bill Elliott shooting up the right side again. But here I try to use the draft in my speed advantage down the straightaway to gain back those positions. But of course I managed to lock up the brakes, Bobby slamming into the side of me once, maybe even twice as he comes again up the right side. Absolutely relentless, this AI on these road courses. When it comes to passing you, he's still trying to force his way in, and another caution flag. We're having more caution flags than green flag laps so far in this race. So as at this point I got curious as to who might have DNF'd so far. It's Jeff Gordon again. He's had some rotten luck at these road courses, just being out before the race barely begins. Now our race is just about to re-begin as we take the green flag. Which way is Bobby gonna shoot it up? It looks like the right side. The inevitable speed boost that the AI gets off of the green flags is just something I have to deal with. I managed to minimize the damage and slide back right into third place. Of course, Bobby Labonte has other ideas as he tries to force himself up my left side, almost sending me into the wall. On the right side there, I throw an aggressive block on Bill Elliott, as you saw, as they're three wide. Going down the front straightaway, it's absolute chaos behind me in my rearview mirror. But I can't let that distract me. I have to focus on taking this very first turn really well, and I do manage to do that. I'm right on the rear bumper of Bobby Labonte again. But unfortunately, you can see me start to lose this gap during this fast forward section. It's so bad that Dale Earnhardt tries to shoot it up the outside or the right side, and I block him super aggressively. I've lost my patience here, but we have another caution flag, which means I get to catch back up to that lead pack. Caution number 3 already, I believe. I'm honestly already losing track from how many sheer cautions there are.
We're back to green.
As we finish caution flag roulette Jeopardy style, I managed to have a bit of a change view panic and lose 4th place to Bill Elliott, putting me back to 5th. As I try to take advantage of what is the part of the track I'm the fastest at, I try to go up the right side and be aggressive on Bill Elliott, but his little bump sends me into that outside wall there, and I lose about 7 trillion positions at once. Just like Sears Point all over again, we're being absolutely railroaded by the AI. Just look at them in the rear view mirror. Don't they look like they just want to take me out of this race? And for the first time all race, I actually managed to take that last corner pretty well, but it doesn't really matter because the AI is just simply faster at this part of the track, and I fail to block them. Frustratingly so, I'm now being passed by some of the slower cars in the field. I try to make it temporary as I go around the left side. I clearly have a speed advantage there. This wasn't too hard of a pass to make. Nice and smooth through that corner too, and we managed to keep them behind us. Which is very important because, as you'll see here, the AI, again, is just simply faster than us. They even kind of tricked me there. I just barely hold on to 11th place, and you can see the yin and yang of the pace of this track as I go flying past that 81 car and make a relatively smooth first corner there. And if you glance quickly at the 3 cars ahead of me, you can see them all collide, sending Dale Jarrett into the wall, giving me 1 free position, 9th place, and just look at how fast the pace is of Dale Jarrett. He bounced right back onto the track and almost immediately passed me. The way the AI works in regards to pace just is so confusing in this game. I would remain in a sort of no man's land there for a few laps. Now at the beginning of lap 10, I'm at the back of the 7 car trying to go up the right side. Kind of useless in this corner because the AI is just simply too fast. But going into the trickiest corner on the track, I managed to force myself into 9th, or rather 8th place temporarily, but again, just simply braking too hard, throwing away that amazing opportunity, which made me get stuck for about a lap back in 9th place in no man's land again until I make this absolutely detrimental mistake, making it so there's 2 cars trying to pass me at once. I try to block one, of course the 4 goes up the left side, and so does the square D car. We're now struggling to even remain in the top 10, while our championship rival is running away in first. As the battle continues with the number 81 car side by side into this tricky left-hander, it is another caution flag. I believe the crash happened behind me. Judging by the noise, you can see me do a save state here just in case it's about halfway through, because the duck station does crash sometimes. I just want to be safe. And as we look at the current standings of the race, I'm actually 16 seconds behind the leader, Terry Labonte, and he's actually built a 4-second gap, making this pretty much impossible to win. My goal at this point is just to hang on to the top 10 position. Now, my car struggled to even catch up to the back of the field of the lead cars. You can see them just ahead of us, but I have at least a 10-car gap between me and the lead pack, making a bit of an unfair disadvantage here. But it is an old game after all. What can you do? It's just the way it is. And by some sort of sheer miracle, we actually managed to keep all the cars behind us at the beginning of a green flag, not losing a single position to start. Of course, that is going to change here in a second. Once I inevitably make a mistake, I do manage to hold on to it for now, as there's a battle for 11th place directly behind me, and they bump and bang, making it a lot easier for me to keep them behind me as they're slowing each other down. And I do manage to keep them behind me, at least for a little bit, until the end of the track where I have that disadvantage. I just keep it in the gas, not giving up, just barely missing that wall on the outside, and I do manage to keep 10th place for now, as you watch me make the smoothest turn 1 I've ever made in my life. If only I could do the rest of the track that smooth, or basically I would have this race won, but no matter. It's kind of more fun trying to get through these struggles anyways. And as we get, again, kind of stuck in a bit of a no man's land there for a few laps, I make the same mistake again that I keep making. It's like deja vu here. I throw away my position in the same corner of every lap. I hit the wall on the outside, and for some reason I don't lose any momentum. Kind of a weird physics moment there. And I make an epic, amazing pass, 4-wheel slide all the way back to 10th place, which I would struggle hard to hold on to for the next few laps. Dale Jarrett on my right, whoever the hell drives this car on my left, I just can't keep these people behind me. I don't know what's going on. It's like my car's running out of grip, because for these last few laps, I simply was struggling to keep up with even some of the slowest cars. But we do have a passing opportunity here coming up behind whoever the hell drives this car, and we ram right into the back of him. Rum, I could use some rum right now after this race, but alas, rum is expensive and I don't have the money for it right now. But the race is not over as we almost go off track, but we do manage to maintain a nice pace going on to the last corner, giving us another opportunity for a pass. I know they look far away, but look at them getting closer just like that. Oh, absolutely smooth side by side through the S's, and I managed to just hold them behind me, at least for the time being, because the AI has that magic pace up this part of the track. But I did manage to pull a bit of a cheesy block on him, but you know what? Screw you, AI. As the mystery driver goes up the right side, watch my rear view mirror as the 88 car's thrown off the track again. Dale Jarrett being bullied all race, kind of like me. And as the AI goes right in my asshole, I got freaking everyone behind me just trying to hold on. And in my attempts to hold on, it looks like another passing opportunity, hitting 188 into this corner. I had not gone that fast all race in that corner. but I throw away the pass, of course. I think the speed was actually at a disadvantage there. I did not expect to have to brake that hard. And as I simply don't understand how to take this corner, I get the absolutely destroyed 88 car and the cat car going up the right side, and I make an amazing 2-3 wide pass, getting back 11th place immediately, giving me the opportunity to get 10th place with time running out. This actually might be the last opportunity to get in the top 10, so I cannot hesitate. But as you see me take the white flag, you can see how I did not manage to remain close enough to 10th place to actually maybe challenge for it. So instead, we're going to have the challenge of keeping the 88 car behind us. I'll let you guys just watch the last lap here and just enjoy the signs of the game.
That was a frustrating race. Holy crap.
It was a very frustrating race indeed, that's for sure. It's still fun at the end of the day, but man, that got real hairy at the end. As for the rest of the results, we got Terry Labonte winning once again, Rusty Wallace in second place, Bobby Labonte third, Dale Earnhardt fourth, Bill Elliott 5th, Mike Skinner 6th, Jeff Burton 7th, Sterling Marlin 8th, 9th Jeff Bodine, and Kenny Wallace rounding out the top 10 again. Now, what does that mean for the standings? Well, Terry Labonte is building up a nice gap to his brother, 41 points ahead of Bobby in second place. Third place, Dale Earnhardt. We got me as Mark Martin in fourth. Now up to a 107-point gap. Terry's really pulling away from me. I got to start getting some more consistent results. Fifth place, Dale Jarrett. Sixth place, Sterling Marlin. Jeff Gordon 7th, all the way down to 7th now. I can't believe he was actually second at one point. 8th, Rusty Wallace. 9th, Kenny Wallace. Bill Elliott rounding out the top 10. Now we can move on to the race at Michigan. Let Bob introduce this track for you.
Greetings and welcome to Michigan Speedway. I'm Bob Jenkins for EA Sports, bringing you today's round of the NASCAR Championship Racing Series. The wide racing surface and 18-degree banking allows for the exciting style of racing. The 3- and 4-abreast racing action on the straightaways are legendary and where champions are made.
Man, it's a shame that the modern Michigan Speedway isn't as good as the way Bob describes it there. But this race was quite a bit easier than the previous one there. Given the fact that it was an oval, the AI again doesn't seem to be too quick at this oval, making this race not too challenging, but it wasn't a race where I dominated the entire time, at least. We are going to have a very interesting battle with Terry Labonte for the lead to start this race, so stay tuned to see what that's like. But for the time being, just enjoy the rest of this qualifying lap.
Well, good thing we have provisionals.
Good run, guys. Good run.
Wonder what I even got. Fifth place. Interesting.
Yes, 5th place is where I'd qualified there. A pretty good position for a track that's not very hard to pass on. And as for the rest of today's starting lineup, we have Terry Labonte in first again, Dale Earnhardt second, Jeff Gordon in third, Dale Jarrett fourth, 5th we got me, 6th Bobby Labonte, 7th Ted Musgrave, 8th Ernie Irvin, Bill Elliott 9th, Ward Burton in 10th. I'm pretty sure I've been calling Ernie Irvin Eddie Irvin this entire time, but anyways, And as we take the green flag here, you'll notice that it's actually me who has the speed advantage this time around to start the races. I make a great run on Dale Jarrett, a decent run on Jeff Gordon too, making contact with him, just not giving a fuck, slamming him right out of the way. After the previous race, I was not going to be nice to the AI whatsoever, as I get a great simple move on Dale Earnhardt and another very easy move on Terry Labonte, but no, I've hit the speed limit, making both our cars basically at an even pace going into the last corner. I do manage to make the move before almost hitting the wall on the outside. Just like the previous oval races there, it seems that I have the lead going across the start-finish line, starting the second lap, but Terry Labonte has a pretty good run on me due to the draft. He looks to the inside. Right on the inside, I have to maintain my line. Thank God this track has a lot of room to do so. I attempt the switchback on him, but I simply just do not have the speed, stalling out right behind him, or rather beside him, just not able to make the move, but I try to force myself into the turn here as this amazing side-by-side battle for the lead continues. It seems like no one has the immediate advantage here. I'm not even sure where Terry is, but I do cut him off just barely going onto the front straightaway, giving him the ability to draft me here, and he goes up the left side with an amazing run, looking like he's just going to zoom right into the lead. I try to maintain pace on the outside of the track, which does seem like the part of the track with less grip. As you can see, I just simply do not have the pace exiting the corner that he does. But what I do have is the draft, but I pull out a bit too early and stall out again, and then I run into the back of him for good measure. But now we're up the inside for a pass for the lead, and I do a bit of a slide jaw move and manage to get the move done. But can we keep him behind us? I know that he's going to get another good run because of the draft going into turn one. So what I basically simply do, what my strategy is going into the turn here, is to go as deep as I can before I hit the brakes, limiting his ability to make a move, which you can see that I successfully do here. I keep him in my rearview mirror for the first time in a few laps. And my rearview mirror is where he would still remain for at least another 6 laps till we would get upon these lap cars. Now, if you notice, despite the fact that I've had the lead the entire time, Terry Labonte is still right behind me, so any mistake I make, he's gonna pounce on me like a monkey on a plate of butter. Now, as we approach the number 25 here, I get a little confused and try to change the display to get my rearview mirror, and I accidentally switch to the third gear, instantly bringing me down about 30-40 miles per hour, giving Terry Labonte an amazing opportunity. As I zoom at the inside of the lap car, so does he. Terry's not letting me get away this time as we bring ourselves onto the exit of turn 4, onto this front straightaway. That's really not a straightaway, it's more like a gentle curve, but I mean, that's what they call it. They do call it a front straightaway. But Terry is looking up the inside. He's got a great draft, giving me absolutely no room to go on the inside, so I'm forced to go to the outside with less grip rather, but I do have the advantage of the draft to try to use. Now, the only problem is I always stall out if I pull out too early, as you see here. So I'm gonna have to try to attempt to make the timing right going into the third corner. This time I get the inside, but I overshoot it into the wall, making me go straight down to like 140 miles per hour, but at the same time I block Terry, so we're both slowing down here, probably bringing third place closer to us. And it looks like we're approaching the scary, absolutely terrifying Hot Wheels Kyle Petty car, the one that got me killed the other day. But we had no trouble this time, thank the Lord. After 12 laps, I got curious to see what was going on in the standings of the race. So we got me in first, Terry Labonte right behind me, but Jeff Gordon's actually only a second behind us, still in the race for first place. Dale Jarrett fourth, Bobby Labonte 5th, and I'll let you guys read the rest if you're interested there. Just pause it, because I want to get back to the action. Because my battle with Terry is about to continue. Basically, at this point for the next few laps, me and Terry Labonte battle for the lead through all the lap cars. So I'm going to leave you guys with a little montage of my battle with Terry Labonte through these lap cars. Enjoy. after that epic battle ended, we built up a pretty nice gap to Terry Labonte here. I'm on the outside of Kyle Petty, but I do manage to slip inside the pits. I went a little bit early just in case there was a caution flag. I do not want to lose this race because I need to start winning races now if I want to catch up to Terry Labonte in the championship. Which, by the way, I find it pretty impressive that this game has a fully fledged out pit stop system. It's just really cool to see such an old game still able to do stuff like that. As I pull out of the pits, though, we're going to be in about 13th place. It doesn't really matter, though, because in reality, we are in the lead. The AI does still need to pit. And that's exactly what they start doing at about lap 25. Here we see the first bit of cars going into the pits. And that would continue for a few laps as you watch the position counter count down to 3rd place. Now the last 2 leaders into the pits. We get to find out how big of a gap we've actually built up here on lap 28. And it looks like it's going to be a massive one, because it's actually Terry Labonte, the blue indicator, exiting the pits on the track map there, that's actually in 2nd place. 2nd and 3rd have not pit yet. And by now, I've actually built a 6-second gap on Terry Labonte and Jeff Gordon, essentially making this my race to lose. If I just simply keep going from now on, I will, at the same pace rather, I will have this race won. And well, that is exactly what happened. Spoiler alert here, I had no challenge whatsoever managing the rest of the race. I even had a little fun trying out the inside view here, and I'll let you guys check that out for the last lap. Enjoy this kind of cool perspective of the inside view.
What the fuck? God damn, fucking gave me a piss attack.
Check flag. See you in victory lane.
Yes, that's right. Despite the Bill Elliott jump scare there, we did manage to win the race. Another win for Mark Martin in 1998. The rest of the results we got here, we have Terry Labonte still in 2nd, Jeff Gordon 3rd, Bobby Labonte 4th, Dale Jarrett 5th, Hut Strickland in 6th, his best race all year, Ted Musgrave in 7th, Dale Earnhardt 8th, Bill Elliott in 9th, and Johnny Benson actually rounding out the top 10. As for the standings after that race, Terry Labonte still in the lead, a Bobby Labonte behind him with 51 points. Me in 3rd place, I gained a whopping 5 points on the leader there in the championship. Dale Earnhardt in 4th, Dale Jarrett in 5th, Jeff Gordon has managed to get back up to 6th, Sterling Marlin 7th, Rusty Wallace in 8th, Kenny Wallace 9th, Bill Elliott down in 10th. And now we are over the halfway point in the championship season here. The gap to Terry Labonte is quite large, making this a very large challenge for me to catch back up. We're going to have to win at least half the races from now on if this consistency by Terry keeps up. Please like and subscribe. The support means the world to me, but I hope everybody has a great time, and remember to tune in next time when I grab my Genghis Khan garb.